Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited to dive into my review of the Womier SK75 TMR, a 75% layout keyboard released just a couple of weeks ago. This keyboard is an upgraded version of the SK75 which came out a few years back. But is it worth your time and money? Let's find out. Before we jump in, I just want to be transparent. Womier sent this keyboard for review. But don't worry, everything I'm about to say is 100% my own opinion based on my experience with the SK75 TMR. No bias here, just my honest take. Alright, let's kick things off with unboxing. Inside, you'll find a user manual, a USB-A to Type-C cable, a USB dongle receiver for wireless connectivity, a switch and keycap puller, some extra keycaps and switches, and of course, the Womier SK75 TMR itself. Everything feels well packed and ready to go straight out of the box. Now let's talk about the layout and design. The SK75 TMR is a 75% layout keyboard, which means it's compact but still keeps those essential arrow keys and navigation cluster perfect for both gaming and productivity. The entire casing is made of aluminum, giving it a premium, sturdy feel. It comes with cherry profile keycaps, which I find super comfortable for typing. One thing to note, there are no kickstands at the bottom, so you're stuck with the default typing angle. Personally, I think it's fine, but some of you might miss the adjustability. Meanwhile, the USB port is neatly tucked at the top center of the keyboard, which keeps things clean. And speaking of clean, the power switch is cleverly hidden underneath the caps lock key. It is such a smart design choice that makes the keyboard look super sleek. Oh, and there's a gradient plate underneath that adds a subtle but cool aesthetic touch. Overall, the design is minimalist but classy, and so far I'm digging it. Alright, let's talk about tearing this thing down. The process seems pretty straightforward. You just unscrewed a few screws to separate the parts. Unfortunately, I could not show you the full tear down because I don't have the right tools, specifically an Allen wrench. So apologies for that. But from what I can tell, once you remove the keycaps and switches, you'll see a south-facing PCB that supports both magnetic and mechanical switches. I could not test mechanical switches myself since I don't have any on hand, but it's cool that it's cross-compatible. Speaking of switches, the SK75 TMR comes with Otemo magnetic switches by default. They're smooth, responsive, and perfect for gaming with their adjustable actuation range. But here's my gripe. When you buy this keyboard on Womier's website, there's no option to choose different switches. I think Womier should add some variety so buyers can pick what suits them best. Still, the Otemo switches are solid, so no major complaints so far. As for the keycaps, they're cherry profile double-shot PBT, which means they're durable and won't fade over time. I measured them at about 1.42mm thick, so they are nice and substantial. But just like the switches, there are no option to choose different keycap colorways or variants when buying. As of the making of this video, Womier only offers black colorway. It looks clean, but I'd love to see more options in the future to spice things up. By the way, here's the sound test of the keyboard. Let's move on to the battery. The SK75 TMR is packing an 8000 mAh battery, which is pretty beefy for a keyboard. In my testing, I've logged about 16 hours of wireless use so far, and I haven't even fully drained it yet. I'd estimate it takes around 2 hours to fully charge, but I did not time it exactly. Apologies for that. One cool feature is the low battery indicator. The escape key blinks red when the juice is running low, plus you can check the battery level anytime by pressing the function key plus backspace. It's a nice touch for keeping tabs on power. Now let's discuss how we can customize this keyboard. You can download the software directly from Womier's official website. Once you've got it installed, the software opens up a ton of customization options for your keyboard. I'm talking about lighting settings, macro settings, switch settings, and even advanced stuff like SOCD. It's all laid out in a clean interface, which I appreciate. First up, the lighting settings let you tweak the RGB effects to match your setup. Then there's the macro settings, which are great for setting up custom commands for gaming or productivity. The switch setting is where things get interesting, especially for gamers. You can fine-tune how the switches behave, which is super handy for optimizing performance. You can also toggle the rapid trigger settings, which is one of the selling points of Hall effect and TMR keyboards. Now let's talk about the advanced settings. You can configure things like DKS, MT, TGL, and Snap Key. If you're wondering, Snap Key is the setting that handles simultaneous opposing cardinal directions or SOCD. I won't deep dive into each setting. You can find the detailed explanations online if you want to geek out. And as you have noticed, there's no polling rate settings in the software. The reason for this is because the keyboard has an 8K polling rate in both wired and wireless connections. This is really good if your setup can handle higher polling rates. And so far, I haven't encountered any issues when it comes to any connection modes. The SK75 TMR is a tri-mode keyboard, so you've got options, wired, Bluetooth, and 2.4 GHz wireless via the included dongle. In Bluetooth mode, it can connect up to 3 devices, which is awesome for switching between, say, your PC, tablet, or phone. There's a switch to toggle between Mac and Windows modes. My unit's switch doesn't seem to work as expected. It's a bit of a bummer, but it hasn't been a deal breaker for me. Price-wise, the SK75 TMR is retailing for around $202 as of the making of this video. I think the price is quite expensive, but the specifications and performance of the keyboard may justify the price. Also, if you check it now, there is an ongoing promotion. You can get 20% discount, which is generous enough in my opinion. What do you think of the price? Let me know your thoughts on the comments below. I've been testing this keyboard for a few weeks now and I'm ready to share what I really think. Let's dive right in. First off, I absolutely love the 75% layout of this keyboard. It's compact enough to save desk space but still has all the keys I need like the arrow keys and navigation cluster. The sleek aluminum design is a total win for me. It's minimalist, super clean, and fits perfectly with my setup. Now let's talk about performance. So far, it's the best keyboard I've tried this year. I've been using it wirelessly on 2.4 GHz connection and there's been zero latency. Same goes for wired mode, it's smooth so far. Whether I'm gaming or working, the response time is spot on. The TMR switches are precise and I haven't noticed any input lag at all. Price-wise, I'll be honest, it's a bit expensive, retailing at around $203. That's not cheap by any means, but in my opinion, the performance totally justifies the cost. You're getting a premium build, tri-mode connectivity, and top-tier performance. That said, I do have a couple of small gripes. The OS switch on my unit isn't working as expected, which is a bit annoying. Also, I wish Womier offered more switch options when you buy this keyboard. Having only Otemo magnetic switch feels a bit limiting. I'd love to see more variety to suit different preferences. Despite those minor issues, this keyboard has my full recommendation. The 75% layout, sleek design, and stellar performance make it stand out. If you're a gamer or someone who wants a reliable, high-quality keyboard, the SK75 TMR is worth checking out. Those trivial concerns don't overshadow how good this keyboard is. So that's my take. What do you think about the SK75 TMR? Drop your thoughts on the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And that's it guys, we have reached the end part now. Hopefully this video helped you in your purchasing decisions. Till our next, goodbye.